Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So yeah, Bitcoin. In fact, let's go over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the 4-hour, we can see is holding in and around this support area. We've had a few wicks below and currently smack bang in the middle of obviously this tight little range. So pretty much the same as yesterday. Like we said yesterday, we've got to hold this area. We've got to try and push onwards and upwards, or well, obviously the downside will await. If we can put in a higher low here, obviously relative to this one, ever so slightly one here, and obviously down here, then yeah, it could potentially be a good accumulation formation before ultimately at some point in the not too distant future we can break back above 47,000 and then go on a nice run into the mid to high $50,000 levels. We probably need this to get going. The S&P, you can see the futures here. We have wicked into this resistance here. This obviously does look like it's trying its absolute best to break back above this area and then hopefully make a move towards 4,400. But yeah, obviously it did have a pull back down, as you can see, into these quite low levels, potential double bottom, and then yeah, we kind of need to break back above here and then continue on upwards, at which point you would kind of expect Bitcoin to catch a bid there. Also, we've seen gold ease off a little bit, but still obviously maintaining quite high levels. We're seeing the 10-year literally back above our important level, back hit a 2% handle after a pullback we were kind of looking for into the 1.6s, but I wasn't necessarily expecting it to make its way back up here so quick. Yeah, but I mean, clearly we know we've got even bigger inflation problems now with what's going on obviously with the energy complex. Could we have a double top here? Potentially, but we'll have to see how it goes, because this is a pretty strong aggressive move up and you can't realistically rule out it going higher. We'll have to, a lot of it I think will hinge on what the Fed does next week with its rate raises. Does it raise? Does it raise at all? Does it raise by 25 basis points, or does it raise by 50? The market is looking at 25, not 50 anymore. But yeah, we shall see. Ruble still down there. Wheat easing off a little bit as well, as we can see also, and oil easing off a little bit. This does look like a bit like a top here for oil, even though obviously we know it's structurally bullish. This is definitely a bit overdone, and obviously if things do potentially calm down, we could expect this to at least come down and test anywhere between 85 and 95 before that probably being the minimum I'd expect for a pullback upon obviously a calming down of the situation. But obviously the situation doesn't calm down, we can continue higher, but I do think we're going to struggle to see us take out this high in the immediate future. I think we're going to basically have it in inverted commas bubble pop, but we shall see. Obviously if we hit a global recession or recession in large economic areas, then that is going to severely impact the price of oil. The Ethereum Satoshi pairing still pretty bearish, but I mean, if we extend this trend line that we had on, that is kind of a trend line we need to break off above. We had a fake out there. We've also got the underside of it we could loosely draw in. I mean, rough. Yeah, I mean, we'll just leave it there. You can see that we have obviously we are basically in a descending channel, and obviously they are potentially a statistically bullish formation. However, obviously we are in a downwards trend, but ultimately if we can break above here, especially break above this resistance, then we can get going. The USD pairing for this also trying to get above this area here, this area, but realistically he's got to get back above the 3,400 before it goes bullish, because clearly we are in a downtrend at present. Obviously this looks like it's potentially trying to form a bottom, but we'll just have to see which way it breaks. I mean, we could draw a pennant in here, which we just might do. We just might do for the sake of it. for for something to do. Yeah, so it could obviously break this to the downside, could break it to the upside. We'll have to see. Lots of if, buts, and maybes there. But yeah, that's the Ethereum USD pairing. What else? Anything to look at on here? Not particularly. Let's look at stochastics. Are they going to start to help us out? 4 hour looking like it potentially turn us up, which could obviously give us that bit of impetus to the upside. 10 hour. Let's wait for it to load. Wait for our daily wait for the 10 hour to load. 10 hour has turned back down again, so that is not ideal. 12 hour is still pointing up, but obviously losing its upward momentum there. Daily still coming down. Buy daily looking alright to the upside though. 3 day is pointed upwards at the moment. Did have a pullback and now pointing back up at present. 5 day looking to turn back down though. A weekly, and obviously weekly looking okay. So if the 4 hour does turn back up, and basically gets that keeps that 12 hour going up, yeah, we've got a good chance of putting in a bottom here and then making an attempt to get above this 42,000, and then ultimately after a bit of grinding out this higher range, this is the bullish case scenario, we can get back above 47 and then have a nice move to the upside. Obviously the downside is pretty clear. We don't hold this level, we obviously take out 37 and then take out basically this support, and then yeah, I mean we would quite easily see an acceleration to the downside and another leg to the downside, potentially towards $30,000 in this horizontal here. Taking that out, then yeah, mid 20Ks here we come. So there you go, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.